Hello Markham Gardens family, Daniel Markham here with the Markham Gardens. Guys, if you've been following along with our channel, you've been seeing all the different pruning videos that we've started putting out. And we've already put out the peach tree pruning. We also put one out on pear trees and apple trees. And just to follow along with that series, guys, today we are going to be working on plum trees. And plum trees are very similar to the other ones, guys, so there's a lot of the similarities. So in pruning your plum trees, they're all part of the same family of your stone fruits, which is your Prunus family. And so they are going to be the same family as your prunes, your peaches, your nectarines, your apricots, things like that. And so a lot of the ways that you're going to prune them, like you would in a wine glass form for heavy production later on, is going to be similar to what I taught in those other videos. So in this video today, I'm not going to go over a bunch of the extra stuff like what I talked about with the peach trees in the previous video. Guys, if you want more information on that, if you would go ahead and go back and watch that video on pruning the peach trees. And I do give a lot of information as far as to the structure that you want, which is that wine glass structure. And I'm going to begin pruning on our plum trees. And I'm not sure if I called it a prune tree a moment ago or not, but anyway, it is going to be on our plum trees today. Now, we do have 3 plum trees here, and one of our plum trees that we have is a methyl plum, and then we've also got a Santa Rosa plum over here. That's this tree. This is the one that's grown the most. Guys, if you want a plum tree that's going to grow quick, plant you a Santa Rosa. Those things are crazy. And then right over here is a different one. This plum tree right here is a Chickasaw plum. So this is a native plum to this area. I actually took a trip out into the forest, was walking out there and came on a little stand of Chickasaw plum trees. And I ended up taking one of the small ones and planted it here in the garden. Not only will it help for pollination, but it does actually offer some fruit. And part of the history of that is that the Chickasaw Indians used to propagate and used to maintain these Chickasaw plums, these native plums, for food. And so that's why I went ahead and pulled one into the garden. But I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up here, and I'm going to start pruning. Now, I'm going to do this on a little bit of a time lapse, just so it's not so painful for you guys to watch every single slow cut. But hopefully you guys can get an idea as far as what they look like before, and then what they're going to look like once they are fully pruned, and get an idea kind of what that structure looks like. Again, if you need to really understand the structure and you want some more talk on that, go back and watch that the pruning on the peach tree video, and I do go into quite a bit more explanation on that. Guys, if you are doing some pruning, there's really only a couple tools that you're going to need. You either need some really large loppers, or you can use your little secateurs, they call them, your little branch trimmers. I use the right here is the Felco. I use Felco number 8s. They've been amazing, guys. They've lasted me and lasted me. I think I've used these for probably upwards of 5 years, and they are still going strong. So if you're looking for a good set of pruners, Felco is definitely, in my opinion, the way to go. No, I'm not sponsored by them. Would I love to be sponsored by them? Yes. But anyway, and then also another thing, guys, that's really helpful is if you use one of these here pruning saws. Now, you can get them with straight blades, but I recommend that you get the ones with the curved blades. They definitely cut faster. They definitely cut a lot more efficient. So if you can get your hands on one of those, that works too. You can also use larger limb loppers. I won't need those today, but those are basically the only thing that you're going to need to get this done. So anyway, let's get to pruning these plum trees, guys. So the first tree that we're going to work on here, guys, is the methyl plum. All right, y'all, let me give you a view of the Methley plum. Now, I have fully pruned it. We've got it set up now for the structure that we want for this next season to grow. And so you can see we've got quite a wide little wine glass structure going here. We've removed all of the spurs that are down low in the bottom of all of these branches here. We've cleaned all those up. I really don't want any growth happening in any of these branches down here in the lower portions of them. I want all of our growth to start way up here in all of these. Next one we're going to do is this Chickasaw. And this one's going to be a lot. There's a whole lot of branches you guys can see here. It's really thick. It's really filled in with a lot of branching and stuff. And one thing about this Chickasaw plum is it's also very, very full of the little branches that didn't take off very far are like little thorns. So this one gets a little pokey sometimes. So anyway, let's get to it. All right, guys, so you can see we chopped it down quite a bit, but what we've done is we've gone ahead and selected several main branches in here to continue on. And so these branches are going to be the solid branches for the rest of the life of this tree. These are going to be the branches that we keep. Now, there is a chance that later on I may go ahead and remove this one here, because we do have 3 other mains that come up. But it's going to depend on what this one does, because this one's kind of going all over the place. If it does correct itself and begins to fill out and grow up, then we will go ahead and probably remove this one. But for now, I think we're good on this. As far as structuring goes, I think this next season, this is going to set it up for success for sure. But I've also noticed we've got a lot of little flower buds already on this tree that are going to start trying to set. You can see here on this one, got several little flower buds that are going to start there. So looking forward to this tree, seeing what it does this season. All right, guys, let's move on to the Big Papa, the Santa Rosa plum. So this one is a little bit taller of a tree, and it kind of does already have this sort of a wine glass structure already. So we're going to go ahead and leave that structure. But we've gone ahead, and what I've done, and this is something I haven't done on many of the other ones because they haven't got to this point, but we've got our main leads, and so now what I've done is I've gone ahead and branched several of them. And you can see we've got one here that can begin branching off to go ahead and fill out that wine glass. Guys, and the further up the tree that you go, the more that you're going to do this. So as this branch takes off up here, it's going to fork as well to fill this area. You still just want to keep your center. So all of this center you want open. You want air to be able to get through here. Lots of circulation. You want the sun to be able to shine down into the middle of the tree as well. But you can see here, this is what we've got as far as our structure on the Santa Rosa. And that's kind of what you're looking for, guys. Anyway, guys, a little bit shorter video today. I know these other videos that we've had have gone a little bit long into the 30-minute range, but I wanted to show you guys one for the plum trees. Like I said, any of the Prunus species are going to be pretty similar when you look at pruning them. But I wanted to show you guys and add this to the mix so that you guys can see if you need to see it done. I don't know about you guys, but for me, a lot of learning how to prune them is not only doing it, which helps me a lot, but also to see somebody do it. And if I watch them do it multiple times, a lot of times it gives me the idea of what it is that they're trying to achieve and how they're wanting to do it. So hopefully this helps, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a peek at what it looks like whenever I prune these plum trees. And this will change, guys. As these plum trees grow and as they get bigger, I will put out other videos. And I've got some clients that I do prune a lot of their larger trees, and I do plan on putting out a couple videos of that as well, just so you guys can see what happens when you have a mature peach tree or a mature fruit tree and how to go about trimming that as well. And I'll go ahead and post this on this channel as well, so that you guys can see how that works. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me prune these plum trees. And hopefully you get something out of it, guys. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, if you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. Guys, the next video that's coming out is probably going to be pruning our apricot trees. And so looking forward to getting that done as well. We've got several other types of fruit trees, loquat trees, mulberry trees. We've got several other types that we're going to be pruning as well. I'll be putting those videos on here too in this series, just so that you guys know how to do it, how they're supposed to look, how to do it for heavy production. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, if you would, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs up button, but put a comment down in the bottom telling us how we can do it better, how we can show you guys better. If there's anything in there that you guys would like to see, or some way that I can instruct a little bit better so that you understand better, please let me know. I'm okay to feedback, guys. I'm okay with feedback on telling me how I can help and make it better. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Talk to you later. Shalom under the dome.